Coming to you straight from the Rio Grande and beyond. Broadcasting to the four corners of the globe. So grab your seat, your coffee, or your sundowner.
Okay, everybody, here we go.
On point, as always. This is Gloves Off. Gloves Off.
We're back at you, Gloves Off, and today I got some great guests, some young boxers that came out of Heavenville. Their father was one of the best boxers that Texas ever developed, Delio Baby Red Palacios, and they are now chasing a dream, which I've seen them since they were little guys, and they're doing wonderful. The Palacios Brothers. How you doing, Paul?
We're doing good, Paul. Thanks. Good to see you, man. Thanks for having us out here.
No, thanks for you all continuing with the tradition of Tejano music.
Hey, we're doing it.
I remember your grandfather, great man, would have it with the accordion. Remember that? And I remember that like it was yesterday. Tell me a little bit. What's going on?
Well, we're here. We made it. We made it. So,
like musicians, we're always late.
but we're just man, we're staying busy right now. We're doing it. You know, well, first off, I guess just let me introduce ourselves for people who don't know. We're the Palacios Brothers. Like Paul said, we grew up in a little town called Hebbronville, and our father knows Paul really well. Paul and our father have a big background, of course, in fighting, right? Boxing, and Paul in martial arts. And anyways, we've become good friends over the years. Through that, as you know, we've worked with our dad a whole bunch. But so yeah, we're from Hebbronville. Our dad, Delio Baby Red, that's our father. And yeah, we all grew up fighting. We all grew up in the gym. But you know, we kind of took another route as well. And we're musicians, man. We're full-time musicians, and we play music. We've been doing it for a lot of years. We've been, man, maybe what? 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, like I said, I remember your grandpa would have you there with the accordion and stuff like that at the boxing matches in the back. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you guys would be there. We'll all be sitting down there and waiting the turns because sometimes in some smokers, I used to have big guys. And your dad and your grandpa were always helping us out, so we were always the last ones. All the little guys would go first, and ours would,
Well, I was one of the big guys fighting. At the end of that, man, I was my heavyweight. You're bout number 37. Oh, man.
I mean, I remember, and the laughs we had, everything else. People do not understand that you become friends. You understand each other, especially when you travel in the gyms and you get to know everybody.
It's a community, just like everything else. It's a community.
And some folks you dislike, like everything else, and some folks you get to love. Like family. But that's just the way it is, It's just the way. And you try to help out the kids and help out everybody, and you extend a hand like your dad would always do towards me, and vice versa. And that's just the way it was.
Yeah.
And later on, I found out that your grandpa and one of my uncle's students, Jimmy Sandoval, they trained together in Corpus.
Is that the
lawyer?
Yeah, the lawyer. I remember my grandfather always talking about him. Yeah.
And so they were always friends. So we would always, every time we see each other, it was always a fellowship.
Yeah.
Tell us, talk a little bit about the music. What the influence of your grandpa, the influence of Tejano. What do you guys do?
Well. We do a lot of everything. We have
your own stuff.
So yeah, we have our own music, right? And so I like to say that we have a couple of identities, right? So one of our identities is kind of like the English side, where we do a bunch of like Latin rock and I don't know, blues, funk and soul and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of. Today's popular hits, stuff like that. We do a lot of that, and we're recording music, a CD right now as well with all our music. And at the same time, we have our other side, which we're talking about right now, going back with our grandfather and stuff. We have our Tejano traditional conjunto norteño side that we grew up playing, I grew up playing the accordion, and so we have both sides, and we jump back and forth from each one depending on where we're going and who we're playing with. Then that's kind of like the route we go. Just depends, just who we're with. If people are taking a few shots of tequila, well, then we know we got to play a few accordion songs or something. So yeah, we dabble on both sides of the spectrum. Both an English side and a more traditional folk, Hispanic side.
Absolutely. Well, do you have some of your own songs you guys can play?
Yeah, we have some songs. We have the Spanish stuff. We're working on it. We haven't really, both of them we're working on it, but we got some English tunes and we got some Spanish tunes. We can play for you for sure. I don't know if you prefer one or the other. First, we can either do some guitar, an English one or an accordion one first.
Whatever you guys want.
Well, we already
It's open.
We already got the guitar, so I'm going to do some guitar stuff first. But we didn't even talk about what do we want to do.
What do we got? Something that's yours.
Yeah. You want to do that? Good. Okay, so I might mess up the words because we just wrote this song and we're starting to play it live. So I'm going to look at the words too. Alright, but yeah, we just wrote this and we're recording this one, and this is a single that we're going to be releasing soon as far as the English side of the music. So yeah, this is one of the tunes we're recording. So yeah, you want to play it? Alright. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle beat. Hey. Go for it. You're good. Here we go. I know you're trapped. It's hard to forget it when you're caught walking in the million places that you're gone. Learn to trust again. Look in my eyes and don't turn away. Just take my hand and you'll be okay. Open your heart. Learn to love again. I know you tried it, that will go on. The pain won't go away. But if you only saw through my eyes, how my love for you grows each day. Let your past go and have no fears. Love for the chance to conquer your tears is a new day. Learn to love again. Everybody. One more? Yeah. One more. I'll take the bridge, fellas. Why do we feel all the pain that we do? Who chooses not to be bad? And I want is a chance to Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's one of the tunes we're recording right now, man. It's a single we're going to release soon, and it's it'll be coming on the album as well. So yeah.
Awesome. Is the album going to have Tex-Mex and this type or both, or one in, or how's it going to be? Is it a composite of both?
I don't know. What are we
It's gonna
doing?
be kind of more like an English album than we'll have our Spanish album.
Yeah, I think that's so. Since the identities are
Bit different.
very different, and we got a big following like up in like Central and North Texas with our English side and stuff like that. Because we stayed a lot of years in Austin. A lot of years we're up there. So we got a big fan base on that stuff. So I don't know. We're thinking about marketing them.
Sure, branding that way.
Yeah, marketing them differently. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's it's a growing thing right now, and we're just kind of going with the waves how they're directing us. So nothing set in stone, but we're we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna go live for just a little bit.
Yeah.
On your next one, and then we'll take it from there.
Cool.
And then we'll take it from that side and put it this way.
And we can do some. We'll do an accordion one next or whatever.
Yeah. And do you want to do the accordion next?
Yeah, we can do some accordion next.
Sure.
Okay, we'll throw that in there.
Which one?
Our grandpa wrote a polka.
Well,
For our actor Atia Bonnie was a 6-time world champion Buitron twirler.
Sure.
So he has a polka, and he wrote. I told him to play that one.
Yeah.
it is the perfect workout song. And when you hear it, you'll know why. If you want to lose weight, if you're trying to make weight, this is the song that you put on to make weight. But I'll tell you what, we'll just throw in. So believe it or not, our going back to our dad and on our dad's side, on our grandfather who you knew, he wrote a lot of music. He was a composer. He wrote a lot of really good songs. That unfortunately we didn't really get to them while he was alive, but we're working on them right now, and we're starting to. These songs, we're gonna start recording his music and incorporating his song into our shows now. So yeah, but he was a very, very good songwriter, composer, compositor, like you would say, and among songs, he wasn't amongst being a songwriter, he was an accordion player too. So he wrote some polkas and he wrote songs and all that stuff, and so we can throw that in there. You want to sing one first and sing like half of one, or you just want to do the polka? Just do the polka. F. Yeah. We'll do F5. Yeah, you go for it, Pop. Let us know.
Hey guys, we're here doing a little podcast here with the Palacios Brothers, so stay tuned.
You got live? Okay, alright. Oh, okay. We're just gonna do a little polka here that our grandfather wrote many years ago, and it's really old school and really traditional. So there's nothing really flashy about it, but it's real fun. You ready, Ryan? 1, 2, 3.
of people don't know that how far we go back. The first time I met your father was, and your pop and your grandfather and you, was in a boxing match over in Waco.
Wait,
1997. And your grandfather was in line with me and was talking to you. He was saying something to you in Spanish, and can't remember. I cracked up and he turned around and he started laughing with me. And he says, "Where are you from?" And I go, "Laredo." And he goes, "Well, why are you doing over here?" And I go, "Because I live in Dallas." You know, we started talking. We just went off and we hit it. But the fight was at the end. There was weigh-ins were in the morning and the fights were in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I said, you know, I got a couple of girls fighting from Dallas at that time, and your dad quartered me. That's the first time you opened.
Oh, cool. Was it Waco? I'm thinking it was like the Texas Games or something like that. I remember going to Texas Games in Waco or something.
Yeah,
like that.
that's what it was. And we, you know, we took off. It was, and he had you playing the accordion. In the back, you know, you guys you're outside, and he was telling you something with the accordion, and it's wonderful to see that now.
Oh,
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was passed on then, because there's a lot of kids that pick up guitars. There's a lot of kids that pick up boxing. A lot of kids that pick up an instrument, and they never go through with it. It's great to see it that it's passed on, it's kept alive, and it's kept on moving forward.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. That's what I see with you here, and what I see with you all, what you all are doing. That to me is a family unit that is passing on traditions in more ways than one.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
No, thank you. Yeah.
And it's great to see.
Appreciate it. Yeah. We're trying to keep it alive, you know, as much as possible, you know. So
where do you play here in Laredo? Do you play here in Laredo?
we play all over the place. We have we'll be here July 4th in a few days. What's the park called, guys? Independence
Park
20 and 359 around that area.
Okay.
Okay.
You all are going to be playing where? For what?
The big 4th of July celebration here in Laredo, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big. They're having a big free event out there. They got stuff for the kids. They got food, vendors, and stuff like that. And then we're gonna be going on in the evening at night, and then it'll be us, and then the fireworks. We wanted to close out the show, but the fireworks beat us. You know,
It's going to be in Independence Park.
yeah, right. Yeah, Independence Park. Yeah. They said it's over there by like 259 coming in or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you see, Laredo's grown, especially in that area, and it's not the same Laredo. And you start seeing it more now with new parks and new subdivisions, and every time you turn around, there's more and more and more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Laredo's going super fast.
And so, yeah, it's just the way it is. Remember, just
We used to come because we're from Hebronville, and we would come, and if we wanted to go to the movies or get Whataburger or buy groceries, man, well, we would come back in the day. I mean, there wasn't any loop. There wasn't even a loop, you know. So it's grown, I know, exponentially, you know, very
strong,
very
dramatically
fast.
towards the south,
Yeah.
and it has to.
Yeah.
And towards the south and southeast, and it has to go that way. Undoubtedly, it has to.
Yeah.
But you know, Laredo's a good town. I'm glad that you're here. Do you play in other places?
You name it.
Like here in town, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, we used to play at some bars here, but they've recently closed down. Like
We used to do that. Or
The
what?
rooftop.
Rooftop?
Yeah.
Nice place.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah, that place closed down.
That closed down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that long ago, I believe. It's a new place now. I forgot what it's called, but
You see, that's what happened. You know, we need that, and I know that the Rooftops is doing a great job in moving that type of music.
But they closed down too.
recent, like
They closed down like a
just
couple
about a
week or two ago.
What,
Man.
Rooftops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
no.
did they close down?
I'm not too sure to be honest, but
I mean, it's closed. They closed.
I think someone else bought it. I think someone else is gonna come in and take over, but it won't be rooftop no more, I believe. And the owner who had it, he stepped down from the business and he sold it. from what I heard. I'm not too sure why or what's going on. Or
That's
what,
sad. You see, we have a lot of small businesses here that just they're coming and they're hurting right after the pandemic. Everything was shut down, and it's still that way, and it's very, very hard to kind of bring it up.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to hire you all for a wedding, how can they get in touch with you?
Give us a call. You can call. First of all, you can look at our website, and that is it's a weird name, but it's POPLME, M as in male, man. So POPLME.co, just the CO, not an M. So .co. Palacios Bros, PALACIOS BROS. That's a little difficult, but you look at our website and everything's on there. Our dates, our contact info, our social media, and you can look us up on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Send direct messages.
Yeah, direct messages. He gets them, I get them. We all get them. And give us a call, 361-227-7301.
Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of quinceañeras, even weddings. I would love to have you guys show up and show them a good time.
We do it. We do it all the time. We do private events. We're at the Casa Blanca. We did it just a few weeks ago. We're at Casa Blanca. Z93 had a thing going on there, and we played out there. And so. We're just everywhere, man. We play, and we've never. Hey, and a big shout out, real quick. We're talking about places we played. Shout out to George Gutierrez at AJ's. George and the guys at AJ's. They were the first people to hire us, correct, out of Hebronville. So we barely started playing. Like really playing. Like, hey, will you pay us to come play? George out there at AJ's. He was the first one, man, to ever do that.
That's awesome.
And he's still in business, and he's been doing it for a long time, man.
And it's a good place.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful place. For folks that want to come out there and do that stuff,
But we're there, man, and we're all over the place. We'll be here on Tuesday for July 4th. Thursday and Friday we're going to be in Corpus, which is next coming week, right? So this weekend we just have some private stuff. But then next Tuesday, July 4th here in Laredo, July 6th and 7th in Corpus, July 7th in Pleasanton, July 8th in San Antonio. The week after that, I don't know where we're at, but I know we're somewhere, and we got stuff all the way from down to the valley, all the way up to, the tip of Texas right now. We're planning some gigs out of state right now, hoping to be in Tennessee around August. We'll be doing a little tour stint out there, and so we're just working on all that and just trying to stay busy and bring good music to good people.
Absolutely, and we'll always have when we're talking about it, we'll have all the information on the description below. And for you guys out there that are tuning in, keep pushing forward. Remember, 4th of July is around the corner. Let's not forget what it's for. This great country of ours. And support the local events if there's some out there, because people are trying to bring stuff out there. Folks, support them.
Yeah,
support them, man, because that's what it's all about. We're trying to bring the communities together. Enough of this hate. It's about peace now.
And that's peace. Exactly what you said, Paul. The community.
Yeah.
Bringing the community together. We're trying to do the same thing with our music.
Absolutely.
Bring a community together through good music and good people, and that's what we're trying to build. Just like you said right there, man. Trying to do stuff for the community. That's the ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal. Because people say, hey, what about this guy hey, forget about him. He has problems, issues. May God save him one day. Understand what I'm saying? Don't get involved. Don't even argue.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Try to help out. Try to build. Try to help one another. If you have a small business, try to push your buddy's business, if whichever way it is. That's what friends do. Okay, and that's lacking somehow here in Laredo. It's missing. Let's bring it back. Let's bring back the community.
We're trying, man.
Support small businesses, like you said. There's a couple of them that already left us. And people say there's nothing to do. Well, you never supported it when it was open. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, but my dad said, he goes, I don't know why people say that. He goes, when we were little, we would go outside and throw rocks and dig holes because there was always something to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Never from a little town with 20 people in it, man.
You know, we used to get the chicharras kind of. That was fun for us, you know.
La huila.
You know what I'm saying? And that went on. Now we have to have kite day. You can do it any day. Just open it up and win outside. You know what I'm
Go outside, man.
And that was, let's do kite day. Why don't you just go outside and put it up in the street? You know? But people, you know, things have changed, but not so good, you know, kind of knowledge and stuff.
Yeah, no, there's always something to do, man, you know.
Absolutely. You guys want to do one last one and we'll close it off?
Yeah, we can close it off.
We'll just close it off into the music.
Paul, what do you want to do? You want us to do an English tune? You want us to do a Spanish or some accordion?
Do a Spanish.
Some accordion? What do you guys
And
want to
folks
do?
out there, remember, Palacios Brothers, you all stay safe, be safe, and we'll just run it off with the music. All right?
Let's do Luisa. I might mess that one up a little bit. Want to do Luisa, Brian? E flat. Alright, one more. Para casa. Here we go.